Introduce yourselves, and then I'll introduce myself a little bit. Y'all know me, but right. Manhattan, Spain, España, Slovenia. All right, Boris. Oh, we just spoke, Boris. Good to see you, buddy. Just spoke to Boris here. It's crazy when I talk to you guys and how, such a global thing every time. It really freaks me out, actually. It's like all over the world. I don't even have, what is it, social media? Is that how everyone hears about it? Part time, no edge. Slovenia, Texas, Washington. Not trading yet. Learning mode. Nice. Awesome, Matt. Welcome. Tony, North Carolina, trading 6 months. Welcome. Ohio. Sweden. Nice. Nice. Well, welcome, anyways. Welcome. We got a week together. All right. I leave Friday to go back to go be with my mom for Thanksgiving. Unfortunately, this will be my first Thanksgiving without my dad. So it's kind of going to be a tough one, but we're going to go be with my mom and spend the week with her next week. Okay. So I figured I'd get to you guys before then because I've been saying it for a year, but I'm not really vocal and I'm not online a lot in terms of just getting out there. But the market was fantastic this year so far. It's been amazing. It's been amazing, amazing, amazing. And now that Trump has been elected, it's going to get better. Believe it or not, it's not to say that there won't be pools in the markets. There always are, but it's going to be an amazing, amazing time to figure out how to trade. And I think specifically small cap has lagged behind the rest of the markets. It's not that I think small caps lagged behind the rest of the markets, even though we have fantastic moves. This is what we're actually seeing. We're seeing stocks. Well, first of all, we're seeing a bunch of pump and dump still. Don't get it twisted. These stocks are worthless. A lot of them. Okay. A lot of these stocks are worthless. But you've seen what they can do, right? Because the market caps are so small. Okay. They are so small. At this point in the markets in 2020, all right, let's look at a few things really fast, if you don't mind. If you guys have questions that you've been thinking about asking, I'll be an open book. There's my chat. So, we're not on YouTube where they can do things. I don't know what YouTube can do to you, but either way, this is my chat. I don't pull punches. If you guys have questions, I will answer them. And I'll give you everything I got, all right, this week. So the week's going to consist of, we're going to get into a small lesson right now. Oh, you don't have screen yet. Sorry. Damn it. Thanks, guys. Who is that? D Money. Dude, you always got my back, bro. Except that it flips that. That's annoying. I am going to do it like this then. Stop that. And then window projector. Preview. I can throw this right here. I got you guys. Sorry, I just start talking and get carried away sometimes. Can you see me now? Got that now? Key 86, trading around a day job in the UK. Nice, man. That when I started, it was literally to supplement my income. My son was 2, my daughter was on her way, my first daughter. I got another son and another daughter now, so I have 4. But at the time, it was just to supplement the income that I was making, which was paycheck to paycheck. I just wanted a little bit of extra money to take my wife to like dinner for her birthday. Like tomorrow's her birthday, and I'll get to take her to a nice dinner. And that's why I did this, So I try to not take it for granted on nights like tomorrow when I get to take my wife out and then surprise her with tickets to her one of her all-time favorites, a certain Mariah Carey on Thursday. So that's, we're doing Mariah Carey on Thursday. And that was the whole point of all this, I would still take her to the nicest restaurant I could, but then I wasn't sure where rent was coming from. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of funny how full circle this thing comes. And I think because of the why, that was my why, it really held weight through what's a very difficult game to learn. All right. Anyways, yeah, I started with a 9 to 5 too. And then it slowly phased out as my profits grew. It was crazy. So I never thought that was not what I got into this to do, much less teach. Okay. It's crazy. Okay. Before we get fully into Q&A, Marty said I made the most I ever made in 2020. I ended up leaving my job to trade and live off of it. Needless to say, I'm back to a full-time job trading on the side again. Marty, you are the majority. Okay. That being said, we're going to be in a market. It's not. So the thing is that here's the problem. 2020 changed the market. Nothing is that easy forever. It just isn't. So it changed the markets, in my opinion, forever. We have algorithms in small cap now. We didn't have that before 2020. And if we did, they were on a very small level because we didn't have liquidity, right? A lot of things have changed since then. That being said, I can't tell you how many people I have traders I'm working with, today even who have made a lot of money and given it back. So that's part of the game. Unfortunately, that comes because the process wasn't quite there, right? Unfortunately, you weren't able to adapt. You just didn't know what you didn't know. And you keep doing the same thing for too long. And what was successful stops working and you keep pounding the pavement. And that is what it is. That being said, I feel like it's such good experience for those of you who have been through something like that. It's part of the journey, and this is going to be an amazing market to get back into the game and rectify those mistakes, be able to adapt. Okay. And hopefully I can help you guys out this week. Those who are coming back to the game, there are a lot of you who are coming back to the game. Those of you who have been in the game and those who are brand new, I see some new ones. You're in a good place. I'm going to get you some good info this week. Okay. Let's start with this. Let's start with this. And let me flip myself for my OCD. It's bothering me. Oh. Sorry, I did 10 one-on-one calls today. Had the morning webinar and quite a few other things like business-wise, and then for my kids, been up since 3 this morning. It's been a long day already, so this is kind of the end of it. And now we're with you, lovely people. Here's kind of the point I was making, because I have diverged so far away from the point I was making, which was about small cap, right? And what's going to happen. I think it's really important. First of all, I'm learning options for some of the big cap ideas. I'm learning some about futures now. Okay, so I can deploy my skills as a trader to those, and I can translate those to those. So that's happening on the side. I think it's important that everyone try to learn several instruments if you can. North Dallas, me too, bud. You golf too? Me too. I need someone to golf with. I don't have any friends. We're in Dallas. Will you be my friend? Savannah? I'm Salina. Yeah, Salina right now. Cool, man. Holler at me. DM me. Anyways, here's SPY. All-time highs. We can agree to that. Not only that, but has broken out considerably. Okay. So that's your S&P 500. You guys know the Dow, same thing. Okay. Q, same thing. Like all the big major indexes for big cap companies are all at all-time highs and breaking out of all-time highs. If you go to IWM, which tracks the 2,000 smallest cap companies, iShares Russell 2000 ETF, that's what this ETF tracks. It just barely hit highs from 2021, right? It's all-time high too as well, but just barely hit it. And even has pulled below it right now. And if you look, here's another thing I want to show you really fast. Okay? This is my scanner. I'm going to remove all filters except for one I'm going to put on there for you. You can't see this for some reason when I do this. It's annoying. But I just filtered this for 0 volt, nothing except for all stocks $1 and under. Okay? $1 and under. Look at this. And we'll just go to we'll start from a penny. These are all listed stocks, y'all. See this? 20 cents. And below, we've got a couple hundred, right? Below 30 cents. Below 50 cents. This has grown, you guys. Hey, any of my alphas in here? This has grown. Remember, who remembers what the number was like a week ago or a week and a half ago? A week ago. Who remembers? Someone tell me. Oh, it was 450. Yeah. Yeah, Nips. 400. Right around there. That was close, D. Just premature like normal. Oh, man. Full of jokes. All right. Got in my eye. Don't be nasty. Just literally, I don't know how I did that. Just squirted water in my eye. All right. Is this a damn webinar or what? Anyways, let's finish this point really quick because I don't have that much time. My kids are going to get home from school and then shit hits the fan. 518 stocks under $1. Okay. If we go back to previous market highs that we're reaching right now, if we go back to these highs, this high from 2021 post pandemic, right? The V-shaped recovery. Okay. Before 2022, which was a tough year of trading because of this, right? Look how much SPY's broken out. At these highs, guess how? Someone tell me, can someone guess? Sorry, down under. I'm sorry. So sometimes things happen, you know? Sometimes. No, we'll try to keep it PG-13 for now. In 2021, at the end of 2022, someone tell me how many, when I did this thing and I went to my scan and capped it at $1, like I did here, someone tell me how many stocks showed up on my scan. Someone, anyone. Dykes, 0. D-Money, 0. Zutnop, 0. 0. There were fucking 0, y'all. Not 0 to 200 down under. 0. There were none. There were hardly any stocks under $2 to be exact, actually. Under 2, there were such little penny stocks at that point in the market. I didn't know what to trade. All right. And I don't just trade penny stocks, but it's the fact that all the 10 stocks that are supposed to be valued at 10 cents were at $1. Okay. $2. All the stocks that were supposed to be valued at $1 were at $10. So it really left me in this weird position of feeling very uncomfortable. And I ended up being right because it took a year to shake out what happened. This shakeout in SPY took a year, you guys. Look at this. This to this. It was a year. I watched. This is what happened. 2020 to 2021, a lot of people made money. Everyone lost it here. Everyone got jobs here, had to get jobs. Me, this is one of the most fruitful periods of trading in my life. And I have a student who's made over $10 million from what's happened this year, from our patterns and strategies. 10 this year. A couple other who have made 7 figures this year and a bunch who have made 6. So that's from this period of time. But, you know, this was a rough year. Okay. So when you look at it, it's kind of crazy, but there's a very amazing fundamental thing that's happening right now since 2020. Okay. Since 2020. And it's going to keep happening all year, which are penny stocks going berserk. Man, 300, 400, 500%. Dollar stocks going to 10, $2. You know what a pattern, you know what pattern developed this year in 2023? We have a pattern because we have had a bunch of stocks that go from $2 to $10 intraday. Intraday, y'all. Intraday. 2 to 10 intraday. I call it the Sex Panther. There's my people. And here's why. I'll show you. Yes. 60% of the time, it works every time. Just watch. Don't believe me? Here's the pattern. Stock, penny stock, usually low float. Catalyst comes out. Not always, but a lot of the time this year, Catalyst. If the stock's in the $1 or $2 range and hits 7 pre-market or anytime in the first hour of the day or so, okay, and then starts to pull back off of those levels, 60% of the time, it goes to $10 every single time. That, I mean, it's a very, I put it in the chat. You know, it's not something that you need to see there, but anyways, it's going to be an amazing year, okay? We've got, from a fundamental standpoint, we've got companies that are pumping majorly, okay? We've got companies that are pumping big time, pumping and dumping. And then we've got algorithms. They're taking these stocks to zero, okay? They're taking them sub-zero, 8 cents, 5 cents. They dilute all the way down. They dump shares all the way down. The lower the price goes on these stocks, understand this, the lower, and it's so there's a huge kind of conflict of interest because the lower the price goes on the stock, the more shares your institutional investors like H.C. Wainwright get. That's what that's what you're seeing on these penny stocks. You're seeing stocks that are doing, it's basically toxic dilution, convertible shares. The lower it goes, the more shares the institutional investor gets. Then they pump. And if you're pumping from, and you have a millions, 100 million shares or something like that, and your average is 5 cents and it goes to $1 and you sell those shares, how much money do you make? Someone tell me that math. Do I have any math whizzes in here? It's a lot of money. It's so much money. It's an unfathomable amount of money for doing what we're doing and trading the things we're trading. And the reason they're able to do it is because of liquidity. Look at the amount of volume that goes through these tickers on a daily basis. They're liquid, they're volatile, and they're cheap. There's nothing better than that. Okay? They're liquid, they're volatile, and they're cheap. People dog on it. There's nothing more predictable right now, in my opinion, in the entire market than, other than the fact that the markets are going to trend up for a long time, even if we have to pull back and test maybe like the 480s on SPY, you know, previous highs from the breakout a little bit more or something like that. I don't know. You know, nothing goes straight up forever. But, yeah. Neck Trader BKT 1859, best sell 34.79. Attaboy. Nikki. Get you some. So that being said, for those who don't understand what's happening, this is day one for you. Okay. There's a huge theme in small cap. They're tradable a couple times a year, each ticker, generally speaking, based off of where they are in this life cycle, right? Are they toxically diluting or are they going to pump it, right? No matter what, the end result of these tickers that you see, generally speaking, are that they go to zero, towards zero, and then they do a reverse split so that they can stay compliant. Because ultimately, every single ticker right now that's on this scan is not compliant with NASDAQ. Look at this. That's a lot of MF and companies. If you got children around who just got out of school, you know, I used to try to watch webinars of people. And at this time specifically, I couldn't because of cussing. So I try to be mindful for all my parents out there. You guys can get creative with the, oh, I just heard my son yell at my wife. Uh-oh. My little son, he better not. I know I didn't hear it, did I? Wasn't talking to his mama, was he? Sorry, guys. I wear a lot of hats, and exactly at this time, dad hat comes on, and they're not allowed to talk to their mama like that. All right, they're good. But also keep in mind that chemically, they're not meant to sit there that long, little kids like that. So when he gets out, there's this huge like whiplash effect, and he acts like a little tyrant, and it makes me want to homeschool him, dude. I'm really sorry, you guys. He's about one word away, though, from I love y'all, but I love my wife more. And my kid at the end of the day. Sup? I'm in the middle of working, big boy. Say what's up to everyone. Sup? Here, come here. I don't know if they can see you. Look how big this kid is. His head's the size of, he's bigger than my head. Oh, I'm standing like that. Here, oh, check these out. Oh, what just happened? Here. Sorry, y'all. We're going to resume in 1 second. Dude, you can't take these out, though. But look, just go through that. Go over there. Yo, take him to the card room. Go. Yeah, here. That's what it's all about, man. That kid's why I trade. That kid's why we're together. Isn't that crazy? He was 2 when I started this journey. Or he was 1 when I first started. And he's 10 now. He's 10. He also developed my best strategy, gap and crap reversal. Pretty much every strategy he helped develop. He just told me I was buying too high. He said, I got to buy it at the bottom. I go, God, you know, I wish that was the case. This is early on. I go, you don't understand. Like, you're going to need momentum. I got to buy it through highs. You know, like, you got to wait. I'm like, he was so fucking right. It took me 3 fucking years. It took me 3 years. Swear to God, it took me 3 years to do what at the time he was like 4 when he told me that or something like that. He was young, 3. I don't know. He's like, do you want to know what I do? I go, if I buy it and I sell it higher. Yes, dude, those are all yours. Go put them all over there. Oh, because Mom said I need it while I'm at Red Line. I don't know where it is. Check that room. I go, oh, it's right there. Do great, buddy. Work hard. You can't let them yell at their mom. Only I'm allowed to yell at your mom. Okay. So, family, right? Family, good family. So we got this big macro situation going on. Understand, like, if you're trading small cap and it feels like you're fighting swimming upstream, you probably are. You know what I mean? There's usually a reason for that shit. Usually the reasons they're dumping shares. At the end of this, I'm trying my best this week to get the best, like, low-key possible prices because, like, everything's so fucking expensive in the trading world. It's low key, like super frustrating. But, you know, it's also not when you think about how much running a fucking business is. It's actually the cheapest possible business to have if you're profitable, right? Even if you're not profitable, it's a tax write off until you are, just like a regular business. So if you think about it like that, how many businesses are profitable right out the gate? You know what I mean? Most of them aren't. In fact, most of your biggest companies aren't profitable for longer and maybe never purposefully for tax reasons. But if you look at it like that, some of you are just a startup and, you know, you've been doing well to have some tax write-offs. The key now is to see what you guys are made of, though, because it's going to be an amazing market. Oh my God. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Hey, Ram. Hey, Ram. All right. Dollar hold plays have been here all year. Well, they've been here for 6 months or so. Stocks that go from 30 cents or so to a buck, 60 cents to a buck. Buckhold has been here, yeah. And then it's been here backside. So like if, for example, and I'm not trying to get into like specific tickers right now, but we're going to be doing that all week. I wanted to get into more generalized ideas today. But let's look really fast because they go together, man. HCWB today, for example. Look at this thing. Look at this. This has been happening a lot. All right. Look at that thing. That did 28 cents, 30 cents to $2.52. Okay. So if I were a betting man and I had to find a stock to trade, okay. If I were a betting man and had to find a stock to trade, I would find what would be the price. I got students in here already, so they already know. If I'm looking to trade something overnight and I'm looking on my scan right now, what would I be looking for? Does anyone know? Because this ultimately ends up being the game that we're playing, is understanding volume, and runners breed runners, and big volume will spill over into other plays. 1 second. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. Start looking for 30-cent stocks. Boom. So simple, right? So simple. Not simple, but simple. All right. Like I'm looking at this scan right now. Let me fix this real quick though. Boom. So it's all prices. I got to filter for volume because get some weird tickers. I'm only saying this because I'm looking for something to trade potentially for myself overnight right now before I finish helping you guys. Y'all mind that? Do you mind? Do y'all mind? Y'all mind if I look for something to trade really fast and teach you what this looks like? All right, thanks. You have no choice. So basically from a scan perspective, all right, I'll just go like this after hours. Look at this. Percent change 5 minute. And I should have done this. We're a little late into after hours, but this should give me what I need. Percent change 5 minutes. This is just what's ran over the last 5 minutes. This will pull up a few tickers for us. And here's what I'm doing. Now I could narrow, and I will. There's a lot of higher price tickers on here because earnings season and stuff like that. Still people reporting earnings. But let me just limit it maybe by 10. That'll get rid of some of these. And I'm just going to scan like, okay, M10 maybe, right? Look, that kind of would get my attention. It's 48 cents. Okay. M10. And this is very crude. It's a very crude example, but this will all make way more sense later on. I just need to do this for myself really fast and find a ticker potentially. All I am doing, I am looking if there's anything that's moving over the last 5 minutes in the 30-cent range. Let's even do that. Let's even narrow it down for myself more. I just filtered by $1. There's M10 again. PGEN. It's not a ton of volume. Sorry, y'all. LAES. And a catalyst. Already had kind of a little multi-day breakout, low volume today, but did. Really lightly traded. And would be a low volume chase at this point, but there's that. Iron. Sorry, I'm just looking at my scan quickly. And then we're going to get back to lessons because I don't have too much time. I want to be actually... And I can wait till tomorrow morning as well. APLM had a really nice push midday today, if you saw that. Fucking amazing reversal, right? An amazing reversal if you look. That's where this level was drawn this morning, pre-market, right? Really nice hold all day. And then a nice breakout even. But you can see, out of everyone, right? At the end of the day, when all's said and done, only the people buying near that pre-market support in the morning and getting the reversal were safe. If you came back at the end of the day and right now had to sell it, you were the only person with edge, the way I look at it. All right. If you're the person who's buying this shit here, okay. Sweet. 1-to-1. If lucky. Right? The fact that it went from 25 cents there to 37 cents is pretty lucky. We see that get stuffed so often. Risk reward. All right, I'm going to get away from charts for a second because this is not what I'm doing now. I got a little selfish there. I'm sorry. I got a little selfish. What platforms to scan on? Scans. SCANZ. It's kind of expensive. I'm going to try to get them to do a discount. They never do it, but I'm going to try. Another thing I'm doing, I'm going to start doing this going forward tomorrow, okay, is I'm going to have a channel in the chat for my alphas with our scan. Now, you won't be able to click it and stuff like that, but at least you can watch and then you can go, you know, if you're someone who can't afford a scan right now, there's a lot of people like that. That's fine. FinViz is great, man. There's a lot of good software out there, and we're going to go over that tomorrow. I have a structured lesson for tomorrow after hours, which is going to start with platforms, scanning, software, getting you all prepared. The next day is going to be technical fundamental analysis 101, very basic, but how I teach it. The next day, setups and strategies. And then the next day is going to be kind of a closing and giving you some of the juice, which is not in the setups and the strategies. Those are important, but they're not the hardest things to learn. So stick around all week. We're going to be dropping it for you. All right. Today, I just wanted to kind of give you an intro of what we're going to be doing and laying some expectations in terms of what this game is. All right. Small cap is a game where a bunch of very simple traders are being pushed around in flocks by their emotions. And the people pushing them around in those flocks are short sellers. H.C. Wainwright, huge institutional investment firms, and the tickers themselves are manipulating retail traders, us. They would steal our money. That's why I say conflict of interest. The company knows that the stock is going to go to zero. The institutional investors know that the stock is going to go to zero. So why do they put PRs out for us to look at and buy at 3x? Well, they fucking need us, y'all. Plain and simple. Did it again. This was not meant to drink out of the, maybe it's the pink. Keep splashing me in my face. It's a really hostile environment. And they use the fact that we love buying places like this to dump shares. Look at this fucking volume. Excuse my French. Damn it. Sorry if you got kids around. Look at this friggin' volume, y'all. All right? Look at this friggin' volume. Look at it. It's huge. It's massive. If I have shares to dump, millions and millions of shares, and I need to do it, and I need to do it without affecting price too much, that's where you do it. Okay? That's where you do it. We're going to get more into that specifically this week as well when we get to fundamentals. Okay? I'm going to teach you all about that. But for now, I need you to know everything that sucks about small cap is completely avoidable. And you have to get on the right side of this equation, and then it becomes way more predictable from a big picture. And I promise I've watched, this is no joke. By the end of this, I'll compile a list of everyone who's gone red-green on their trading, who have wiped out years of trading losses over the last 3 months in our one-on-one program, and just kind of like changing their perspective, how quickly it can happen, right? Especially those who've been around for a minute, because you've been trading, you have market experience, right? So that's that. You need to understand what you're trading. If not, you're swimming in the ocean and it's dark and there are great whites all around and you have no clue. All right. That's how it should feel. It doesn't feel like that to you, but that's what it is. Okay. Conversely, if you escape the flock that's being dragged around by their emotions, this guy and girl, Billy, right? Just chasing no risk reward, adding lower and lower and lower and lower until they take massive losses, not cutting losses because it is difficult to do, right? Most of the time, these just snap really hard when they're diluting hard, especially early in the morning. This one had some time to develop. Trust me. I mean, look at this, for example. Before it did that, it did this in the morning. Something nasty looking. Watch. Like if you were, because this is all everyone sees, but if we were watching it this morning, this is what it looked like, right? They had shares to dump too, right? High a day. Here's your high day break where you guys like to trade in the morning. Look at it. It broke out from here. It broke out for like 5 seconds, and then look at this. And then 25% drop plus. All right. So even if you were right, big picture, and it's went up at the end of the day and you held it, it's a shit trade, man. Is this dip buy down here different? Yeah, way better. Way better. Okay. And that's what we're going to teach you. That will be Thursday. We'll get more into strategies and entries and exits. Okay. Sound good? Adam said, I did that. Years of losses wiped out and profitable by joining the pack. Well, Wolfson, my man. Adam is one of those. Keep grinding, buddy. Keep fucking grinding, dude. It makes me so happy. I'm so amped. The reason we're doing this right now is because of the success that we're having and because the markets that are about to occur. I want more people to experience what can happen. More good people who have worked their fucking asses off at this game for too long without results, right? And paid a lot of people a lot of good money to do shit and have had no results. And if you're new, hopefully you won't have to do that for the next 3 years. Hopefully, because some of the new traders I have that I got last year, so I've been with them, they've been trading for 1 year, are profitable already. 1 year. Some of them less than a year. They're profitable. Now, it's not millions of dollars yet, but they're fucking profitable, like trading with good process and small wins and smaller losses and growing their size and scaling. It's fucking amazing. All right. So that's what this is all about. I'm going to give you a big picture, hopefully keep you safe at the end of this. If you want to stick around the free community, great. If you want, to join our paid community, awesome. It's the best fucking value and the best community out there. If you want something more personal and want to work with me personally, great. Okay. I'm even taking applicants right now for that. Okay. And we've only got 10 spots for that for next year, the lifetime one-on-one stuff. But you can DM me on here, guys, if you want, or you can get on my calendar if you want. Okay. I'll put that link for you guys right now too, for those who want to get, it's basically a 15-minute interview. Okay. Where I'll just kind of see where you're at with your trading, who you've learned from, what your experience has been, and then see if you are a good fit or not, essentially. Okay. Here's the link to that in chat. Jay Trader said trader therapy is worth the monthly amount alone. That actually helps more. I think so too. I actually bought tradertherapy.com to just turn that into a thing on its own, because it could be. It is one of the best sessions that's possible, and we're doing that together, all together for free this Friday. It's all culminating in that. Right? Trading psychology. So, in other words, here's all I want you to know for today. Okay? Small cap's going to be fucking amazing in 2025. Mark my words. It's going to continue to be amazing and fruitful. But it's also laden with danger. Okay? It's the impulse to do dumb things is real all the time. The feeling that you're missing out, especially when you guys are starting out here, is real all the time. And hopefully I can convince you over the span of this week that you don't have to fear missing out on bullshit like this. Right? What are you missing? Well, if you're feeling some sort of way, they won already and you lose already. I hope you know that. If you feel like you're missing out, that's what they want you to feel. And then you know what they want you to fucking do? Someone tell me. Buy. Buy. Higher. Hold it. Buy it. When it goes down, don't sell it. Hold it so they can dump shares. Understood? Let me know in chat, my friends. Let me know in chat. So big picture wise, that's what you got to understand. There's a supply and demand game going on that goes well beyond just us idiots buying these stocks and selling them and short sellers. And that's why 99% of what you see out there doesn't work. That's why breakouts suck. That's why buying through high a day, it sucks. Because there's some asshole there with millions of shares who's going to dump on your ass. How do you control losses like that? Then it's like, oh, now it's back to support, I'll add. And then they crack that, right? So, Space said, want to learn how to filter out the lemons. We will. They're all a lemon to a certain extent. It's about when they aren't. It's about when they are going to be a Ferrari for the day, or for the week, or for a few days time. It's a life cycle of the stock, which we are going to talk about. Okay? Very predictable one. And so it's our job to make sure that we are only messing around with any of these pieces of shit during those predictable times when we know they've got an MO to push their stock to a certain level, to do certain things with their finances. Essentially, they use you and I like an ATM. They put out this thing that they're going to cure cancer. It's only phase 2, but they cured, they cured termite cancer for termites, You'll see the dumbest things. But regardless of what it is, it's, understand that. Don't fall in love with these things. They're all designed to mess with you. Okay? Questions. We're going to be straight Q&A for a minute, and then I got to roll. If you signed up for FTTC, by the way, and you're in this webinar, DM me, please. And thank you. Oh, we are? Okay. So we're down to 6 spots. Sorry, I just got a DM. We're down to 6 spots now for one-on-one 2025. 6. T-Rex, that's crazy. Okay. What else? We're down to 10. Actually, I think we opened up a spot. Unfortunately, someone couldn't make it, but we've got Tahoe. If anyone's looking for a game changer, you've never hung out with traders before, okay? This is for pack only, and y'all, even in the free pack, are part of the pack, technically speaking. So if you guys want to come, we've got 10 spots left to this retreat. It is the craziest mansion. We just stayed there. You can go check the pictures out and stuff like that. But I would jump on this. It's literally 5 days. 2 days or 3 days of live, 2 full days of live trading, 2 half or full days, depending on whatever you want. That is the actual house. And to the right of that house is actually Heavenly Ski Resort. That's the lift. So you ski in and ski out. It's going to be badass. But we got some more spots, and I'm trying to get rid of them so I can put a deposit down because I got to do that pretty soon. It's completely at cost. We make $0 from that. We will lose a few $1,000s on this one. Okay. So if you want, snag one of those spots. It's not open to the public yet, unless we need to make it open to the public. I'd just rather have it for you. We should be able to fill those. It is end of February. Okay. There'll be a couple guest millionaire speakers there. It's going to be awesome. I promise. Questions. Is there an edge buying after hours movers early? There has been in this market, but you got to be, it's still hit or miss because it's after hours, right? So for everyone that you see spike and then pull back and hold and rip, there are a bunch that also tried to spike and didn't spike, right? But generally speaking, the one that spikes with the most volume when pre-market ends, or I'm sorry, when after hours ends, especially if there's a catalyst, especially if it's like a 30-cent stock and we had something like from 30 cents run earlier today. Okay. So we're going to talk about that later as well. We're going to talk about that later as well. What's a good free scanner to use? FinViz. Thinkorswim's great. The Webull frickin' is free, and the Webull scan hits most of the gappers for me. I can just straight from my phone. Okay. How much? Click it. I think it's $8.50. Which is about $2,000 cheaper than we should sell those tickets for if we did like if we advertised it and stuff like that, because of what it ends up being. It's like 5 days together with a bunch of millionaire traders and and 30 other traders from around the world. Like it doesn't get better, period. There's not been anything better than that, in my opinion, in the trading space as the last one we just did there, which was a summertime one. Like it doesn't even do it justice. You have no clue. This house goes all, it's a crazy, it's amazing. Hopefully I'll see some of you there. Come if you are nice. I agree. If you are nice. I agree, Sunshine. Everyone's nice, man. The one thing about our people and the people who get attracted to our pack and to this community is that they're very rarely people I wouldn't be able to spend time with. The wolf can head kick. I can head kick. I can. Little known fact. Am I into cars? Do I own any badass cars? No, I have too many kids right now. I am gonna get myself something special at some point, but right now I've got a F-250 that with a bench seat, so I can fit all 6 people in my car, and I've got a Yukon Denali XL, so I can fit all 6 people in that car. We need to be able to fit my whole 6 people in both cars with baby seats for now. So before I end up getting a supercar, I am gonna get a super fucking bass fishing boat. Oh, that's what I want first. I'll do that first, honestly. I just want a bass fishing boat so badly. So my wife doesn't realize I'm playing chess because I gave up my Mercedes to get the F-250. I got the bench seat. Tab said that's awesome having 4 kids and wife and no 9 to 5, living the dream, brother. That's awesome. I agree. I try to not take it for granted. I do. And I do my best to try to help get other people there. Genuinely. That's what I spend my time doing. Okay. I don't use like this life that trading has given me to go travel on my own and like be a dick somewhere. Okay. Like leave my family and like, I did this for my family and now I spend all my days here, literally sitting here. You can't see it here. Let me is that not working? Ah. That's right. Oh my goodness. Ugh. There we go. Oh, hello. Hello. Anyways, that's what I do. I sit right here every day, do one-on-ones, teach, and we're up in the trading game super hard. So do it, Siege. Seriously, if you guys can. This web is going to be available. Yes, it will be available as soon as I can, like right now. I'm going to try to get it up. Okay. I'm going to try to get it up. Yes. It's all right, Phoenix. It's my kind of joke. If you couldn't tell yet. If you couldn't tell yet, those who end up spending more time with me will see that, first of all, trading is fucking boring. When done correctly, trading's boring. If you have a super exciting mentor, it might be entertaining, but it's highly likely, and I mean 24/7. Like if he's trading like crazy, he's an entertainer and much less likely a trader. I at least know the distinction between the two, so I will preface it. When things get slow, I'll try to kind of I don't know. It's fucking boring, man. Talking about fundamentals and stuff. So I just do my best to spice it up a little bit. We're all adults, right? I do turn off some people. We have lost some students in the past over that, but very few and far between. Like, come on, grow up. Weeding. Agreed. Those are exactly the people. Guitar and background is blurry, even as gem. Yes. It's not a gem. It's I'll show you. Not quite. Oh, it's Steve Vai's guitar. Look at that. I love this thing. You can't see it, but it's one of the only nice things I've gotten myself. All right. Steve, my age is showing. I know you can't tell. I'm Korean. I'm fucking Korean, so you can't quite tell. How old am I, Jay? 4 kids, and I listen to Steve Vai. That will date me, probably date me a little bit further than older than I am, but early mid 40s, 38, 37. Nice, Mark. I've aged a lot this year. Honestly, I look at pictures of me a year ago before my dad died and all the shit that we went through last year, and I looked younger, I think. But it's all good. At least I don't look like Anthony Kim, who's my dog. I don't know if any golf fans out there, but me and him communicate regularly on Instagram. That's how much drugs he did. He looks like he's 60. He's my age and Korean. So he's supposed to technically look like he's like 25, or I mean 35. Oh, thank you guys. Phoenix is half Korean too. Nice. What's the other half? If you don't mind. White. Samesies. Sames. It's a good mix. It's a good mixture, you know? People don't know if I'm like Mexican or Hawaiian. I can pretty much blend in wherever I need to go. Born in the Midwest. Anyways, we've gotten away from it. We've gotten far away from it. We'll get cranking tomorrow morning. Okay, tomorrow I'm gonna get this up on the site. Tomorrow morning we'll be rocking. All right, pre-market prep will be on YouTube. Be live trading for about an hour probably. So just be ready for that. I will. Yeah, I'll make sure that the YouTube link's in this free chat. Okay, and then same time tomorrow, here, and it's gonna be that way all week. Okay. Same time tomorrow here. It's gonna be that way all week, whether you're paid or free. Good. The replay of this I'll post in the Discord, and I'll put it on your guys' site as well for the free site. Okay. Hey, no problem, my friends. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Yeah, it's going to be a good week. Stay tuned, all right? Love you guys. Stay safe.